The pre-listing approach and system. Why should you use a pre-listing package and system? Well, let me walk you through the reasons why. Number one, you want to set yourself apart from the competition as a consummate professional. I truly believe that an excellent pre-listing package and system can do that job, and that's what this is going to be, a little bit of a longer lesson. It's that important. We're going to really dive into this and give you what you need to do to make this pre-listing system work, and then I'm even going to do a bonus video and show you how to customize the PowerPoint that we've included as one of your downloads. Okay, so you want to set yourself apart from the competition. You want to effectively communicate your unique value proposition of why sellers should hire you to market and sell their property. And this next reason is a big reason for you and for them, and people will appreciate this. The way you present this, you're going to be telling the seller this is going to shorten the amount of time spent at the actual listing presentation. That's a benefit to you, so you can be more efficient. But for them, it's also being efficient and not wasting their time, because you're going to get them prepped for what they need to do. A good pre-listing package is going to educate and inform your sellers on the entire home selling process for your area. It's going to encourage them, as I was just alluding to anyway, the sellers to get necessary items and maybe even complete some documentation prior to your meeting. This is where the efficiency and the time saving comes in. And honestly, it really does show that you know what you're doing. You're not winging it. And it's very strong. It is a bit of an assumptive close. You're going out there to list the house, not just to necessarily audition. So I really love this approach. You're sending them your pre-listing package so that there's adequate time for them to review and check you out. And what I love about this is people are going to do this anyway. People are going to Google you. They're going to check out your record and your testimonials, and they're going to see how well you're doing. Well, if you send a great package, you're prepping them for that. You're giving them that information. You're telling them, hey, yeah, go check out my Zillow reviews and see what other people are saying. Now, if you're new and newer to the business, you have to start somewhere, and this is why it's so important that you get client reviews as you start closing transactions, and there's ways that you can package that up and still stand apart. If you're a newer agent and you're doing this and someone else that they may be interviewing didn't do this, let me tell you something, you're going to stand out and potentially get that listing even over someone that has more experience if you have that confidence when you are presenting to them. Okay? Now, we've already talked about pre-qualifying the seller in the last module, but I'm going to just talk about it again, because part of this system is you are going to prep them and prepare them to look for this email that you're going to send to them. And so it's a great time to, once again on the phone, to make sure you have got those key questions answered that you need to do to really prepare for the listing appointment. So it's everything from the motivation of why are they selling, where are they planning to go after the sale of this home to see if you can help them or refer them if they're moving, when do they need to be there, a time frame question, then everything around how long they've lived in the home and what have they done that might not show up in the tax records as far as renovations, features, things that they've done, because you really want to be able to present the most accurate value range. Do you have a price in mind? That's a great question to ask, by the way. As we mentioned previously, people have definitely looked. They've been on Zillow, they've been on Realtor.com, and you might ask them that. Can you mind telling me how you arrived at that price? I like asking that question. Well, they may say something like, well, that's why we're having you out, but we know in today's world people have looked at this. Plus, sometimes sellers start doing things like, this is how much I owe, I have $100,000 in things I've done, and they start thinking that's what the value of their house is, and you need to know what you're going to be up against in presenting. You do want to find out what they owe, so you can do that proceeds check if they have a mortgage, 1 or 2 mortgages outstanding, and are they aware of any current issues or problems. You might save that to when you get out there to the home yourself, but it's a question you could ask. And then you definitely want to make sure all decision makers are present. Are they interviewing any other agents? A follow-up question to that can be, if it's the first time they're selling a home, was it their first time purchasing? Have they been through the process before? What are they looking for in the realtor? What's important to them? And then you're asking these questions, and then you're going to say something like this. You're going to let the seller know You're going to be sending them important information to review and a little bit of prep or homework, as I like to call it, for them prior to your meeting. You're going to explain to them that reviewing this information in advance is going to save them an hour or more of time when you meet. This is what's in it for them. I find, and you can just simply say, I find this is the process I have. This is the system that I use so that I can definitely take care of talking to you about the most important things like pricing and taking a look at the home when I come out. So I'm going to send you a few things in advance, and it would be great if you had a few minutes to take a look at that before I get there, okay? So I recommend highly, don't say something like, I'm sending you my pre-listing package. No, that's realtor lingo, right? That's stuff we say internally amongst ourselves. So you're going to say something like, please be on the lookout, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. I'm going to be emailing you some important information. I'm going to be sending that ahead of our meeting on Tuesday at 5 o'clock. If you could take a look at that, it's just going to save some time when I come out, and it's just going to have you gather the things that you may need, that I'll need to market your home effectively. And if you have any questions, just give me a call. So do something like that. Now, you're not going to include the market analysis in this or copies of the paperwork. I don't recommend that. Some people teach, and there is a school of thought of send that ahead of time for the people that are very detail oriented. I think it's too much. There are a couple documents, I'll talk about it in a moment, that you might send ahead of time that require the seller to do a little work on, okay? Now, if the sellers if they do take the time to review your pre-listing package that you send in an email, and perhaps you've done a video, which is I'm going to highly recommend, and I'll remind you about that in a moment. You want to do a video on this as well. Super powerful to pop into the email. I believe you're going to find that you can focus primarily on important things at that listing presentation, like reviewing the comps, pricing the property correctly so that it sells, discussing the condition and staging and repairs, and answering any specific questions or concerns the seller has. Honestly, your formal listing presentation, honestly, I don't think anybody does a whole formal listing presentation anymore. I don't think anybody has time for that. That's why the pre-listing approach is so powerful, because then you get out to the appointment. If they have looked at it, you've already prepped them for what you do, and you can get into the specifics of what's important to them. And that listing presentation that you're going to do at the appointment can be what's in the pre-listing package if you want, with maybe some additional optional materials like samples of your brochures, your marketing pieces, any support material that you want to be able to show them. Or you could have a few of those pieces that are in the presentation that you sent as a PDF, and have it nicely bound, or put it into a bit of like a little brochure, a little magazine that you could actually leave behind if you wanted to. All right, so that is what you can do when you get to the deal. When you get out to listing presentation, you're going to have whatever you want to be able to show and present as what you're going to do to market the home, and then of course your formal CMA report. So let's talk about what goes into the pre-listing package. Now, we've given you a PowerPoint that you can customize, and as I mentioned, I am going to walk you through a bonus video here, separate video in this lesson, to show you the pieces, basically all the things that I'm about to list here, and then how to customize it. All right, so I recommend, first of all, we send it to you in a PowerPoint because it's super easy to customize, and then you can turn that into a PDF document if you like, and attach it. So give it a cool name, like Preparing for a Successful Home Sale, or, again, Assumptive Close. So it's going to have a name. Think of it as like a report. There should be a brief cover letter as one of the first things after the title slide, okay, the cover of the report, if you will. And that we already have one in there that you can customize, but this is where you're saying thank you to the seller for the opportunity to basically interview for the job of selling their home successfully. Then a brief bio should be in there. You can include a track record of your results, especially if they're better than the market. You're going to want client testimonials, an explanation of how buyers search for and evaluate homes, third party like statistics that say this is how many people start their home search online, which then supports what you do to market a home, right? So it could have an explanation of how you prepare the homeowner and their home for a successful sale. For example, staging, all the things that you do before the house goes on the market. Our brief description of how you generate interest in showings, which is basically your marketing plan, the highlights of your marketing plan. And then finally, there's a list of the items that we call the seller homework that they're going to need to provide, that you'll want them to provide, again, to be efficient and to save them time so that you can get out there and you can get to work for them. All right, so let's go into what's in that seller's homework. It's a little 3-page document, separate attachment that you would send in the email. So you'll have your report, if you will, your seller, your pre-listing package PDF that I'm calling, that you're going to name something like preparing your home for a successful sale. Then you're going to have this seller's homework. If you don't like the word homework, change it. It's just a Word document. Make it work for you. Some people don't like homework. So whatever you want to call this, okay, this is all about having the seller get involved in the process and getting an, again, assumptive close. So in this will be a list of the things that you want them to have ready when you come out to the appointment, and then there's a couple options that we'll talk about. There is a disclosure maybe that you might want to add. So what's in here? Again, if you're on the phone with them, you're going to say something like, you're going to receive this email. Please take a look at the one document that I call seller's homework. There are going to be some items that if you have the time to gather, it's going to make our process way more efficient and save some time so that we can really talk about what's important to you. Say something like that. Let them know it's coming. If you don't say that, they may not see the email. So you need to prep it. So what goes in here are, you can ask for a list of things like copies of utility and property tax bills, the alarm codes if applicable, and their current loan information. There's actually a document in the seller's homework where they can give you that information that you can collect from them later, like who is their lender and so on. Copies of any transferable warranties, user manuals for any major appliances or systems in their house. The best part, keys for the front door, and if there are other doors that they have keyed separately that you would want buyers to be able to open, like a storage shed or something, you're going to say something like, please include copies of these as well. So again, what you're doing is saying, gather this information, have your keys ready, because I'm going to come out, we're going to talk, and we're going to get you home ready to go. Get your house on the market, ready to rock and roll. So the only other forms I would recommend in the homeowners association information, which you can append to the seller's homework, and maybe a seller's disclosure statement. For your area, most areas, jurisdictions require by law the seller to disclose the current condition of the property, if there's anything not working in the home and so forth. And a lot of times that takes the seller a little bit to complete. So you may want to send that as the only form that I would recommend adding to the seller's homework. And if not, if you think it's too overwhelming, just bring that with you when you go out to the listing appointment, as you normally would, and cover that with them. All right, as I mentioned, I want you to take a look at the bonus video where I'm going to walk you through how to customize that PowerPoint page by page, the areas that you can personalize, and how you can convert it to a PDF so that you can use it as your listing, your pre-listing presentation and as part of your system. All right, that's it for this. Oh, last thing, definitely record a video. Record a pre-listing video. Super powerful to do this. This can be an evergreen. You can do it one of two ways. You can record one that you can use all the time, or you can customize a quick 2 to 3 minute video that you put their name in there. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. I'm excited to meet with you Tuesday at 5 p.m. I wanted to go ahead and send this ahead of time, and you just walk them through what is in the package, what's in the email, and a little bit about yourself. And it's this introduction, especially if you don't know them. Even if you do know them, very powerful to do a pre-listing video. Setting some expectations up front. It shouldn't be longer than 1 to 2 minutes, kind of guiding them on what to do, and then, again, thanking them for the opportunity. All right? All right, that's it for this. Go watch that bonus video so you know how to customize that, and we'll see you in the next lesson.